Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm just reliving the old days of Macarena. Welcome to the under 10-minute pelvis workout. My name's Rob. I'm a structural integrator and movement teacher. And today we're going to do hopefully 4 positions under 10 minutes. And what we're going to try to do is increase mobility in the pelvis because, as Eric Dalton says, a weak butt equals a weak back. We're going to start with just a standing pelvic clock here because a lot of people that I teach and people have commented that it's very difficult to do it on our backs. And so we're going to do that next. And then we're going to do movement practicing and strengthening the abductors. Those are the side glutes. And then we'll do a functional movement pattern probably and still strengthen these muscles. But let's begin with this. So you can place your fingers right on the ASIS. And then you see how my knees are bending. I'm drawing a clock. If there's a clock here and it's facing towards the camera here, I'm drawing 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And we're just doing that. It's kind of like salsa dancing. And I'll show you a close-up of the pelvis so you can see it, just to get proper movement in the pelvis. This is the center of our body, not here. There's a reason why the sacrum in French is called sacra. Sacre. My French is horrible. But sacred, this is where all life begins. And so can we move this properly so then bring proper mobility into the lower back and the legs and the whole spine. And just keep switching back and forth. You can go counterclockwise, clockwise, just to get that pelvis moving. Let's go a little bit longer. Okay, go ahead and stop there. And then go ahead and lie down because the next position we're going to do it lying down. And I'll meet you here. Next movement, a supine pelvic clock. Bend your knees and look at your body, make sure it's straight first. And then bring the bottom of your feet together, let them drop out to the side. And pretend there's a clock sitting right here and the clock faces facing up towards the sky. And you can bring your arms out to the side. You can use your elbows as a fulcrum. And I'm going to first push my pubic bone down, and that's 6 o'clock. And then I'm going to move the mic. I'm going to push towards 9 o'clock. And I'm going to suck my belly button in to 12 o'clock. And I'm going to go 3 o'clock. So I'm drawing this circle. Exactly what we did while we were standing except this one has a lot more mechanical force because there's more mass in relation to gravity. So it can be more challenging. But what I love about this one is that it really tells you where you're holding tension. And I'm holding tension right here on my left pectineus, this small single joint adductor, inner thigh muscle, groin muscle. And maybe you're saying, Rob, I don't know what muscle that is. Well, it's time for you to get to know your body and know the names of different parts of your body. You know your name, but what about all the different names that encapsulate yourself? Okay, so we're drawing this circle. And we're not really counting. We're mainly just feeling. Where am I restricted? Where is it smooth? And for me, it's the whole left butt cheek and my left inner thigh. What about you? Where are you holding? Let's do a few more. And I'm trying to relax. Be aware of your neck. Can you relax your neck a little bit? I'm tensing my neck too much on my shoulders, so I'm trying to let those go a little bit as I'm moving my pelvis. Okay, let's switch direction. Now we're going counterclockwise. Is it different going counterclockwise than it was clockwise? Do you notice if any other parts of your body are tensing? Maybe your jaw, your neck, maybe your pelvic floor. Can you relax your pelvic floor? Where's your pelvic floor? It's where your junk is, the bottom of your butt, your anus. Let's do a couple more. And as one of my favorite physios says, the test is the exercise is the test. This exercise shows you where you're holding, so get up and do something about it. And watch my other videos and I'll show you what to do about it. You like that little plug there? Huh? And I talk like a car salesman? Let's bring the knees together, let's straighten the legs out, let's rest here. And then we'll take a couple breaths here and then we'll move on to the next position. So go grab a block or some books because we're gonna need it for the next position. Okay, hopefully you've grabbed a block or some books if you have some at home. And we're going to place our left foot on the block. And both legs are straight. We're not bending the knees at all. And I call these hip pull-ups. So I'm pulling my shirt up so you can see my hips rise up. I'm using my left leg to raise my right hip up. Just like that. Oop, as I bust it. Now, you can bring your arms out to the side for balance because I almost busted it, and that's why I brought my arms out to the side. I'm keeping my left quads and my butt tight. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm using my left inner thigh, my outer thigh, my quads, and my butt, and my left big toe to lift this right hip up. I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 2 more. 11, 12. Come on down. Let's rest here for a tick. Feel the difference between the left leg and the right leg. Ideally, you want to close your eyes. That way you can feel the difference, really, instead of looking, but feel. I'm going to place my right foot on the block, using my left big toe, and watch my left hip rise up. I'm doing that with the volition, with the help of my right hip. And so it's my right hip actually lifting my left hip up. So there's a couple. Let's start with 1 here. The first 2 were just warm-ups. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping that right butt, cheek, and right quad and hamstring. 6. Inner thigh and outer thigh engaged. You're using the whole right leg. I lost count, sorry, because I was talking too much. Let's say that's 7. 8, 9, 10. Let's do 2 more, just for good measure. 11, 12. Move that block away. Let's rest here. Take a few breaths, and then we'll come into the next position. With your eyes closed, do you feel the side abductors, those glute medius and glute minimus, activated? I hope so, because these are super important for stability and prevent you from falling. All right, last and final position. We're going to continue on the vein of strengthening the abductors, the glute medius and minimus, which help stabilize the pelvis. And most people, when they work out, they're working in the sagittal plane. We want to work in the coronal plane. So we're going to jump. So I started here, and I'm jumping to the left, using my right big toe and my left big toe. And then I'm letting my front arm, my right arm, if I jump to the left, my right arm comes forward, my left arm back, kind of like a speed skater. And we're just jumping back and forth. So we're not only strengthening the glutes, but we're also strengthening the big toe. We're also strengthening the inner calves, tibialis posterior, that muscle that helps stabilize the big toe, and the inner thighs and the outer thighs, the lower back, the lats. We're also, with this we're rotating the rib cage as well, which will pull on the sacrum, the sacred heart of our pelvis. And we're just jumping back and forth. And we may run out of time. And if it goes over 10 minutes, I'm sorry, but I'm just going to keep jumping. So I'm going to bid you adieu, and I'll see you next week. Maybe we'll do another pelvis 10-minute workout, or maybe ankles. I was thinking ankles, so tune in next week for the ankle workout and keep jumping. And when you're done, lie on your back and feel your body. Au revoir. Oh, I'm still here. See, I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.